Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to see about the batteries and their types. So normally battery in the sense it converts chemical energy into electrical energy, and that electrical energy is stored in the form of DC, which means direct current voltage. So vice versa, the battery have two kinds of process. One is charging and second one is your discharging. Charging in the sense storing of power, discharging in the sense releasing the power to the load. So the main components of the battery, one is your electrode, anode and cathode. Second one is your electrolyte solution which carries the chemical reaction, and third one is your separator and container box, whole compartments. So so these batteries are mainly used for storing this DC voltage, and it is mainly used in your most of the applications, and small household and domestic processes. So every batteries works on a chemical reaction called oxidation and reduction. Oxidation in the sense addition of ions, reduction in the sense reduction of your ions. So the reaction takes place between the cathode and the anode via separator and electrolyte. So addition in the sense the movement of ion from a cathode to anode, and reduction in the sense anode to cathode. And the types of battery, there are four types: primary, secondary, reserve cell and fuel cells. First, primary batteries. These are very inexpensive battery, small weight and easily compactably used. These are non rechargeable batteries, which means it is a one use battery. Either it can be used only one time and then it will become useless, and we need to recycle these batteries. Nowadays this recycling of these batteries also been carried. Then the batteries are known as a dry batteries, as they do not have any liquid inside the batteries, which means normally the electrolyte may be a medium of liquid, but in here it is in a solid form, and separators also been provided for it. Then different forms they are having in a different forms, as a alkaline batteries like coin type AA, AAA, 9 volt batteries, then zinc carbon battery, and then lithium batteries. Next is your types of primary batteries. So there are various types according to their usage, which means it is differentiated by the anode, cathode and the electrolytic medium which is used in your battery. So zinc carbon battery, it is a common and low cost varieties of sizes and used in your radio and toys. Then magnesium battery, which means magnesium oxide battery. It is a high capacity, long cell life and used in your military and aircraft radios. Then mercury oxide battery, it is a very high capacity, long shell, used in your hearing aids, pacemakers and photographies. Then alkaline batteries, it is the most popular and common batteries used in your all electronic equipments. So the alkaline batteries may be in a button type or a small coin type. Then silver battery, silver zinc battery, highest capacity, cost is little high because of the silver metal, and used in your hearing aids, photographies and other equipments and circuit boards. Then lithium soluble cathode battery, high energy density, which has a high energy density, very good performance and used in a wide range of about a high temperature range applications. Then lithium solid electrolyte batteries, it is a low power, extremely high level shell life and used in your memory circuits, medical equipments, household electronics and all. So these are all the just common types in your primary batteries, and these primary batteries are mostly used in your household equipments as toys, remote cars, in a TV remote, operations, then for your small sensors and for your electronic boards and all these primary batteries used. Then this is how the primary batteries are constructed. It carries a total container inside, which electrode, cathode, anode, and where the separator which is lies between your anode and cathode. In here the separator which is act as a electrolytic solutions for your chemical reaction on in your batteries. So it is a already stored battery, so we are going to use it directly without charging. We are going to discharge these batteries. This is the example of your zinc battery. The positive and the negative terminals are being given at the top and the bottom. Then it is contained inside your total compartments, and the electrolytic solutions ammonium chloride which lies between your zinc anode and your carbon and manganese dioxide mixture cathode, and the carbon rod is placed in the middle of your battery. Here the carbon rod which is placed between your batteries, because it is a good conductive material, and also cost wise also it is inexpensive when comparing with the other elements. So as I said, the positive and the negative terminals at the top and the bottom, and the electrolytic solutions which carries the uh, chemical reaction, which means the conversion of a chemical energy into a electrical energy which takes place. This is an example of your manganese dioxide or manganese peroxide battery. Here the manganese dioxide is your cathode, and the zinc powder with the potassium hydroxide, which means KOH, which is act as your anode, and the carbon rod which is a anode collector. By this the discharging activities will be carried in your primary batteries. So this is all the example of your primary battery. Next, secondary batteries. These are rechargeable batteries, which means it can be recharged after a usage. And when you charge the battery, the electrochemical reactions works in a reverse direction and changes the position of your anode cathode to the original position, which means normally during at the time of discharging, the electrolytic solution which carries anode from anode to cathode, then during at the time of recharging, which means charging, the electrode will regains to their original position. This is how the recharging takes place. Next types. These are majorly classified into a four types. One is your lead acid battery type, then second battery is your nickel cadmium, and third one is your lithium ion, and fourth one is your nickel nickel metal hydride batteries. Lead acid battery. So this is a inexpensive and most commonly used battery, because it holds most of your household and domestic purposes. The main component of the lead acid battery is your lead peroxide, which act as an anode or a positive plate, then sponge lead which act as a cathode, which is your negative plate. These both electrodes will carries a electrolytic solution, electrolytic process by a solution electrolyte, which is your dilute sulfuric acid mixed with your water in a ratio of 3 is to 1. And this is how the chemical reactions takes place in your battery. Then uses, it is mostly used in your domestic purposes as a home inverters, pumps, some pumps, then for nuclear substations, nuclear submarines, then for your car electric vehicles. So this is an example of your lead acid battery. You can refer my individual videos of each batteries where elaborately explained. Next is your lithium ion battery. This is also one of the main battery used in your domestic purposes because of their compactability. The lead acid battery is very much space required when comparing with the lithium ion batteries, and it is also consist of a two electrode. One is your anode as a negative plate, graphite or carbon, then the cathode which is your positive plate, which act as a positive plate, uses the lithium metal oxide, uh, and here the metal which can be a cobalt or a manganese and titaniums. Then the electrolytic solution which is your hexafluorophosphate, which is dipped with your ethylene carbonate solution. So it consists of a separator which separates the cathode and the anode, and the separator is made up of your polymer material. Then the main applications are the real time applications which is used in your day to day life, like computer batteries, then for your laptop batteries, then for your toys and other applications in your day to day life. And also it is used in your mobile phone because of their compact size, then for your medical equipment, then for a UPS or a emergency power backup, then for a storage of your solar power, then alarm systems in your remote locations, then electrical vehicles and digital SLR cameras. So these are all the applications of your lithium ion battery. Next, coming up to the nickel cadmium batteries. This is also a rechargeable type of battery. It is mainly used for their lightweight and portability. So as a come to portability, it is used for your portable chargers of your mobile. Then for a small equipment of your medical equipments, like nickel cadmium battery mainly consists of a two electrode which is your anode and the cathode. Anode has a positive plate made up of nickel, cathode has a negative plate made up of cadmium, and the electrolytic solution which may be a potassium hydroxide or a sodium hydroxide, in a small addition of a lithium hydrate, which increases the battery capacity. So the nickel cadmium battery is one of the most useful technical battery which is used in your aerospaces and also for your military based equipment because of their compact size. Then for solar based energy storage also these nickel cadmium batteries are used. This battery is mainly known for their usage, which battery position can also be used in your inverted positions, which means it can be rotated in any way. There will be no spillage of your batteries. Then nickel metal hydride battery, it is an advanced battery of nickel cadmium battery. So the positive electrode is made up of nickel oxy hydroxide, while the negative metal is made up of a metal alloy, where the hydrogen is stored reversibly. This is mainly used in your aerospace technology because they have a very high specific gravity, and it is used in a sealed compact capacity, which means it can be used in a sealed type batteries. If you need, you can refer my before videos where individually each batteries are been explained. Then this is the small example of your battery where anode and cathode are placed in an electrolytic solution and the power is given. The charging will take place when a load is connected, discharging will take place. This is the example of your battery components. In here the post which is your terminal, the negative and the positive straps are given, and the negative and the positive plates where they are placed is shown. Then the separator which separates the negative and the positive plates, it's shown. So this is the example of your lithium ion battery. Here the anode which is graphite and the cathode which is your lithium cobalt oxide, and the separator which separates your anode and the cathode, and the electrolytic solution which is your hexafluorophosphate. This is an example of your nickel cadmium batteries. Here the anode and the cathode are given, and the KOH, which means potassium hydroxide, in addition of your water, normal water H2O, are given, shown in your diagram, and the electrolytic solution which carries the anode and the cathode movement, and the chemical reactions converts into electrical energy. Next, reserve cell. The reserve batteries are also known as standby batteries. The electrolyte remains inactive in a solid state until the melting point is reaches. As soon as the melting point reached, the ionic conduction begins and the battery get activated. So it is majorly classified according to the activations, which is majorly four type. One is your water activated battery, second one is your heat activated battery, third one is your electrolyte battery, and last one is your gas activated battery. So the main applications of this reserve batteries are, this is used in your sensing time and pressure of the equipment. Then they are largely used in a weapon system, which means the weapon will be in an inactive state. In that time the self discharging should be very very less. That's why we are referring these reserve batteries. Then used for your car batteries and other electric vehicles. Then fuel batteries or fuel cells, it uses a active metals or a material from a outside source. So the fuel cells are capable of producing a electrical energy as long as a active material are fit to the electrodes. Here the proton exchange member uses the hydrogen and the oxygen gas as a fuel. So the reactions takes place inside the cell, and the product of the reaction, water, electrolyte, which means electricity, and the heat is produced. These are consist of four major components. One is your anode and cathode, which is your electrodes. Second one is your electrolyte, and last is your catalyst. Then main applications of the fuel cells. These are mostly used in your transport system like cars, buses, and motor vehicles. Then this is your alternate solution for your emergency power supplies. Then it is used in your military based equipments also. Hope you understand. I think so. These are all the batteries and their types. See you in next video. Have a nice day. Nandri Vanakkam.